Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be starting up a playthrough of This Is the Police 2. And unlike the first game, I actually have played quite a decent amount of This Is the Police 2. I think I've done 2 full campaigns. As you can probably see from the graphic I'm now flashing up on the screen, I actually have over 50 hours in it. And it's one of the very few, and I'm talking single-digit games in my Steam library, where I actually have all the achievements, amazingly. So I don't remember that. And because, as you can also see, it's been nearly 10 years since I last played this game. So, exciting stuff. I remember broad strokes of the story. I don't remember any specific details of, events that happen that you have to respond to, or even the tactical missions. I know there are tactical missions. I cannot remember anything else about them. So, all good stuff. It's almost like seeing it for the first time. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will just say that I have silenced the music soundtrack for this after what happened to the first game, where all my videos got copyright claimed despite using classical music. What I might do is just try and find like some royalty-free twinkly piano music to put over stuff. We'll see. We'll see if we do that. But we're going to do a new game. Yeah. I think I can get rid of my 10-year-old save data. Necktie Headquarters. At approximately 1 in the morning, the Sharpwood Police Department received an anonymous call. The source said he knew where we could find the headquarters of the Neckties, a gang of drug traffickers that recently arrived in town. Anonymous information is rarely reliable, but for Sheriff Wells, shutting down the Neckties was the department's primary goal. So he immediately went to the address indicated, along with 2 other officers, for backup. Okay, so we're going to get an early look now at the sort of turn-based tactical stuff. Policeman usually performs 2 actions per turn. Moving a short distance is 1 action. So we can see I could move anywhere here and then have another action. It says to... This is the tutorial for this, so we're going to just obey it, do what it says. Second action, hide behind the generator. So we got cover.
We have a visual.
This officer. This is the sheriff, I think. A cop can spend 2 actions on movement. If a cop runs into a criminal, the cop halts and the action is interrupted. That's cool. In terms of like turn-based gameplay, it's fairly simple. I mean, it's not an XCOM beta, but it's very Marmite, I will say. Even comments for like my previous This Is the Police 1 series were saying they don't like the second game as much. And I think the main difference is these turn-based tactical missions. Personally, for me, and mainly perhaps because I played this game first, I like them. They take a little while to get used to because you're playing as a cop, not a soldier. So, you know, the aim is to kind of get close to enemies without them seeing you, kind of knock them down, handcuff them, try and do it quietly so you don't alert all the other enemies in the place. But we'll try and do that as much as possible. But it's pretty scripted for this first one. It's more difficult to hit a person hiding behind full cover than someone behind partial cover. Yep, makes sense.
580.
Okay, so he did pause, but we carried on anyway. Suspect's turn. Okay, so they haven't seen us yet. Now they're pretty heavily armed, so the cops might just go shoot to kill here. What does that say? If the enemy spots you, he'll raise the alarm during his turn. If the alarm is raised, cops are visible even if they're behind cover. But cover still makes you harder to hit. Set an ambush. So, okay.
Roger.
So it's still our turn. So we're gonna... So he's seen us. That's told us that he's seen us. Whack the criminal with a baton to the head, or he'll raise the alarm and compromise the whole operation. Stunned and wounded criminals don't resist arrest. Yeah, so you don't want to knock them out or down or out. So you can slap the old handcuffs on. Now, is it just a click? Ah, it's open up the action wheel. Yeah, so you can see there's various things here, but we'll get to all that. Always be tasing. But we're going to use the baton here. Bonk. Right now we can move someone else up and slap on the old bracelets. Arrested criminals remain on the ground and cannot raise the alarm.
On the ground.
Okay, they want us to set up a bit of a pincer movement, I think. He might get spotted. Maybe not. Maybe if they're still stealth, they need clear line of sight. Okay, so this is saying go here. Another lookout has disappeared from the policeman's view and is most likely behind the logs. Okay.
580.
Okay, so we've seen him. Shoot with a taser. You don't have to tell me twice. Ah, there's the taser. Sometimes batons and knives are not enough. The taser is effective at medium range and stuns the offender for several turns. May cause pain and shock.
Roger.
You can see we don't have hit chances as well for this stuff. This is kind of all like, it happens automatically. Intercept the lookout. Enemies can not only see you, but also hear you. If an offender sees you from afar or hears a suspicious noise, he's sure to leave his post and check the area. Okay. Stun him. Another way to take down a criminal is to use pepper spray. Equipment like stun grenades, taser cartridges, shockers, and pepper spray disappear after use, so they're consumables. Right, let's use that.
Roger.
Okay, so he's dead. They were both down for a few turns. Gives us time to cuff them.
On the ground.
There's a lot of bodies over there I've just seen. Hide behind the railroad car. Yeah, you can't do a lot with the not with the arrested guys. You could look into the room through the window or take a position next to the open door. Don't blunder into a house blind. Right, let's do this.
Get on the ground.
Alright, so there's stuff happening inside the house, I think, but we don't know what that is. It's going to make us go to the window, past the row of bodies.
We have a visual.
We got someone. Prepare to engage. Okay, so we're readying for a breach. What does that say? Only a policeman with the appropriate perk can pick locks or break down doors. Noise from a broken window or door will attract the enemy's attention. Okay, Wells, how are you with doors? Cops active perks. Battering ram, there we go.
Roger.
Oh, we're going to shoot him. Firearms can kill or disarm a suspect and inflict serious wounds. A wounded person will die in a few moves unless he's evacuated. Gunshots immediately raise the alarm, so think twice before opening fire, but it's telling us to do that. This is our chance to hit, I think. It says, don't forget to aim before you pull the trigger. Some parts of the body are harder to hit. So I click this, it gives us a little aim thing, and it's saying to shoot the hand, although in other non-tutorial things we'll be able to choose a body part, and I think if we go center mass, I think it increases our hit chance.
Roger.
So we disabled his hand now, so he can't shoot back. But he can raise the alarm and is doing so.
590.
Okay. Jimmy the window.
Roger.
Prepare to breach. Yeah, so we're going to have to go in here. Break open the window.
Roger.
This is about it. See, I wouldn't do this, like, if I was playing, because we're on our last action point going to a closed room. We know there's at least one guy in there, and he's raised the alarm. But this is what the game's telling us to do for story reasons, so... Shocker. November 21st.
But today I wasn't so lucky. I mean, it wasn't.
You got
just a
animated
regular
cutscenes
funeral,
now.
was it? Oh, Sharp
Exciting.
showed up. Can you imagine? I had a teacher, Mrs. Dawson. I haven't seen her since the 3rd grade. Figured she'd moved or died. I mean, it's not easy to lose track of someone in this town, right? And today I'm looking at her in the crowd, all alive and healthy. Imagine, right? And the crowd was huge. It wasn't even a crowd, more like a whole river of people. I mean, you look at all of them and you can't even see the end. All the roads were blocked. Just thinking. It's weird. There's this dead guy who's making it so an alive guy can't get his groceries on time, right? I mean, I just wanted to say, I really respect Sheriff Wells. He died a hero, right? Ask anyone. Everybody says he's a hero. But I'm just saying, I got a job to do. I don't want to lose it. Nobody wants to lose a job because it's not easy to find a new job in Sharpwood, right? So,
The money's right there in front of your nose. Don't bother with the change.
Recognize that voice? Well, and the name in the subtitles?
Mr. Nash, thank you. I just wanted to say that you don't need to call Mr. Summers. I mean, he'll be yelling at me either way. I deserve it, right? I'm just... Oh, by the way, those cigars you asked about? Caesars, right? Mr. Summers said we normally don't have them in stock, but we can order them. Maybe it'll take a couple of weeks or so, but what's a couple of weeks when it's a quality product, right? I remember one day I was looking...
Forget it. I don't know how long I'll be staying.
Oh, I hope. I mean, I hope that you won't be leaving too soon. You're like our best customer, or at least one of our best customers, am I right? I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Lots of folks are leaving. Even Pale Charlie left, and he's even older than you. He's 90 or something, maybe even 100. I mean, I'm sure you'll find yourself a decent job, right? I mean, have a good day, Mr. Nash.
Hey, Lily. So we're getting rid of this thing tomorrow?
What? We do what?
That drawing thing in the hall. We're taking it down tomorrow? I already called Uncle Dimitri. He'll cart it off for us. Might even get a couple of bucks for
Whoa.
it.
First, it's not a drawing. It's a tapestry, okay? A beautiful work of art. You didn't notice, did you? Second, it's hanging there for a reason. And third, and most important,
Oh, you mean that drawing in the hall? Great. I'll get a hanger tomorrow so we can put the TV up there. And maybe a VCR, too. What do you think?
Jesse, we are not taking down the tapestry.
TV? That's not a bad idea. Sure, but I was thinking, well, I thought we could put a snack machine here. I'm tired of having to drive 20 minutes over to Bad Ears gas station for smoked cheese in the middle of work. Like I've got nothing better to do, right? As if
You see how much space that giant thing takes up? We can put a TV up, an arcade game, probably even a pinball machine. Speaking of which, my son moved in with his wife and dairy, so we've got an extra VCR. Only thing is, he took all his videotapes with him, so we can't...
Oh, no, tapes are no problem. I've got lots of tapes. Plus, if we tell the guys that everyone's bringing in a couple of movies, then we...
Look, I just need you to...
Hey, what kind of movies you got? All sorts. Bloody Shirt 2, Bloody Shirt 3, Bloody Shirt 4, Hard-Boiled Women, Demons on Fifth Avenue.
And you've got that movie where this pilot is flying around the Earth, but he's running out of fuel over the ocean, so he makes a deal with Satan, and Satan sends him to fight an army of skeletons, and the skeleton general, you can't fuck with him.
Yeah, that's The Wind Blows Into Hell. One of my favorites. Goes without saying, that's every man's favorite movie. Am I right or am I right? When I saw him at the end, when the girl throws the sword into the fire, my heart jumped out of my chest. Betty almost needed to call the ambulance. I swear to God.
You need to take better care of yourself, old man.
I've also got this movie. It's actually a
Anyway.
It's for adults, This guy gets the ability to undress people with his mind. So he goes into work, and he works in a bank, and his boss is a real bitch. But the bitch has some great boobs, and she calls him over to her.
Tomorrow. We'll just discuss it tomorrow.
And she says there's some problem with this quarterly report. Some kind of paper got filed in wrong, and he asked, like you should...
What the hell, Gail? Sit down and get ready to type. We agreed.
Lily,
We'll finish that damn letter of yours tomorrow. And if we're lucky, we'll even...
Gail, take off your stupid hat and get back to your desk. I'm the sheriff and you'll do what I say. I'm the sheriff.
Lily, you do know you don't have to be such a bitch, right? Bad Ear's gas station closes in half an hour, so if we don't finish this stupid letter in the next 10 minutes, I'll be out of smokes until the morning. And if that happens, I'll be coming into work in a bad mood tomorrow. And if I come into work in a bad mood,
Just shut up and type.
Okay. I'm ready. And for God's sake, let's stop taking half an hour on every sentence, okay?
First, read what you've got so far.
Of course, we won't be able to pay you serious money. It's like we won't be able to pay you anything at all. But I hope that you feel the same as me, that the safety of our native town of Sharpwood is a question of duty and honor, and not of material gain.
No, not just the last sentence. Read everything from the beginning.
Lily, come on,
Read it from the top.
Dear Captain Carter, I imagine you've already heard the sad news that has prompted me to write you. I'll be frank. This letter you're holding is a plea for help. The police department of Sharpwood
All right,
was deprived.
that's enough. I can't take it anymore. We'll just pick up where we left off. Do you think Captain Carter will even read this?
Lily, let's just finish it. And then...
They got him. The guy from the flower shop, remember? He's one of the neckties. We're sure this time.
Where are they taking him? Are they bringing him here?
They already did. He's here.
Did he have the goods on him? Has he said anything? What does he know?
Well, you want to find out, or you're just going to sit there?
What happened to him?
Well, as far as I understand, he had a hard time getting into the car.
Right. Didn't like getting out of the car either. And he really didn't like the stairs. And when we handcuffed him, wow, that was no fun at all. And then when he sat down on a chair, he accidentally...
Cut the shit, Charlie.
What? The sheriff asked a direct question, and I'm trying...
Get out! All of you!
Lily, I think it'd be best if you just...
What's the problem, Gail? Isn't it best if the sheriff interrogates important suspects? Isn't it great when the commander takes a personal interest in the work? Don't you think?
Okay, guys, you hear that? Let's get out of here.
All right, so we kind of saw how these interrogations worked in the first game. So let's... we don't have any intel on this guy, though, do we? Wally Melton. So you're from around here, right? I'm sure you heard Sheriff Wells got killed. What do you know about it? I know it was somebody in your gang that murdered Sheriff Wells. Just tell me to pull the trigger, and maybe I'll let you go. You and your friends lured Sharpwood Sheriff into an ambush and killed him like a bunch of cowards. Yeah, that's right. You and your necktie gang. Can you even imagine how hard we're coming down on you? We'll go the good cop middle option. Even if I knew what you were talking about, I wouldn't tell you nothing. How about a kiss? All the cops around here got lips as sweet as you. I know it was somebody in your gang. Oh, hang on. As I understand it, you never keep drugs at your base. Why is that? Why do you think I'm going to talk to you? You can't even put two and two together. You even finished school? Maybe you should go enroll in cooking classes or something. She don't get no respect. No respect at all.
You could at least hide the suitcase.
What? Oh, this? It's just...
Charlie, shut your trap and get ready to question the suspect. Lily, I just want
You
to...
do understand, Gail, that this will soon be over. All of this. You understand that, right?
I know. Lily. I know.
I need to finish writing that letter to Captain Carter.
Hello, my name is Bogdan. Are you satisfied with your water supply system? I bet you're not. I am here to solve your problem.
Excuse me, what?
It's not so nice to run to the toilet outside in the cold, is it? Especially at our age. You go once, you go twice, and by then you've already frozen your butt off. And it's lucky it's the only thing you've frozen off. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm talking about too, don't you?
Look, listen, this isn't my house. I'm just renting it.
All the better. So the homeowner will pay for everything, while you will enjoy the new toilet in warmth and comfort.
Are you selling toilets? You sell toilets at night?
Don't be silly. We'll replace your whole water system. A new toilet in the house is, well, it's the cherry on the cake. You're right. I'm here a little after hours. Well, you see, our farm is just taking its first steps in this business, so I can only visit my customers after I'm done with my day job. But a toilet inside your house is doubly good at night, right? Do understand your needs, sir. I myself had to run to the toilet outside for 20 years every night. But when I finally got a toilet inside my house,
Please go. Just go. I want you to leave.
I know what you're thinking. You think that in such a small house there's simply no room for a toilet. But I assure you, if you just allow me to come in for a moment...
Leave right now. I'm asking you to leave.
I just want to save both of us some time, that's all. I know that you'll change your mind. The next time you need to go in the middle of the night, you'll remember me and think, damn, that guy was right. A toilet in the house is what every adult man needs. So, why don't
I've asked you to leave. You need to leave. Now. Leave.
All right. But I bet you won't last a week before you change your mind. I'm telling you right now, you won't last a week.
Dear Dylan, Oliver, and Edgar, I'd give anything to be sitting with you on the porch of our old house, smoking a cigar and talking and passing the day. I know you have a lot of questions for me, a lot of unpleasant questions. It's not hard to hear them in my head, but it won't be so easy to find the right answers. Is it true what they're saying about you? So this kind of harkens back to our actions in the first game. Yeah, I think it's this one because I did trust Robespierre and he did completely stab us in the back. My crime was I trusted the wrong people. I was used and then thrown in the trash. I think that's pretty much a reflection of what happened in the first game. Why did you flee from Freeburg? It's not that I ran away, I just needed time to regroup so I could go back and clear my name. Or, I ran because I didn't want to be killed in prison. I know so much about every influential scoundrel in the city they would never let me live to see my day in court. Clear his name. Go back and clear his name, I think. I tried to play Jack as relatively good as I could, really. Why did Mum really leave? Because she decided she wanted to fuck some 30-year-old insurance agent, and I hope he gave her exactly what she wanted. Yeah, she wasn't coming back. Did you have an affair on the side too? I wouldn't say that. For one thing, your mother had already left, and it's strange to call a relationship between two people an affair if they only talked on the phone and never met. Yeah, so he did have that kind of weird relationship with the young prosecutor. Was it Lana? Is your mother had the affair? Everything that happened to me later was just an amusement. No, okay, so, yeah, I think, yeah, as far as I know, they never met. They only talked on the phone. They did have a weird kind of semi-flirting thing going on there. Why did you get in bed with the mafia? We weren't given a choice. Oh, yeah. I didn't go to them. They left me no choice. When they threaten to hang your children's heads from a chandelier, you'll do exactly what they ask of you. No hesitation, no questions. Yeah. I did feel very railroaded into that. Did you kill people? Yeah, I mean, it is literally this one, isn't it? Because occasionally it happened accidentally, but sometimes it happened to get rid of people like Papsworth. I didn't kill anyone with my own two hands, but I gave orders that led to some deaths. Sometimes these were bad people, sometimes not so much. It's up to you whether you think that makes me a killer. I mean, it probably does, to be honest. How is your health? Probably not great. 2 comas, yeah. I feel good despite parting with your mother, fleeing from the feds and surviving 2 comas. One thing I know for sure, I won't survive a 3rd. Why didn't you just retire? He kind of did, didn't he? Go with a slightly less depressing first one. I catch criminals, that's all I know. It's all I'm good at. I didn't retire because I loved my job and I wasn't too old to keep doing it. What are you afraid of? Yeah, maybe this one. I'm afraid that I won't have a chance to clear my name or even explain myself. Before the law, before Freeburg, and most importantly, before you. You deserve an explanation. The most. That's why I'm writing this letter. What are you planning to do next? Probably this one. I can't tell you. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that even I don't know what I'll have to decide 10 seconds from now. Jack wasn't really the master of his own destiny, was he? In the first game.
We could hardly shut the guy up. He wasn't so tough. I didn't even get to the Phase 3. Phase 3 is where
We don't have a lot of time. They're moving their headquarters, but we should be able to nab most of them if we hurry. It's north of here, the old summer camp. But they never keep the goods at their headquarters. They always use a different place, usually an isolated house on the outskirts. Most of the time, these places have random tenants who don't even suspect that there's anything hidden under their floorboards. That way, the drugs
you can see the way this is going.
To the neckties, or the neckties to the drugs. You remember that little tavern called Frasetti? We went drinking there after graduation and broke that big mirror. Mr. Blaine's converted it into a house, and now he rents it out for almost nothing. 2 weeks ago, an old man moved in, and under his floorboards, there's 27 kilograms of heroin.
I'm starting to think that guy is leading us around by the nose. I bet there's 4 or 5 armed guards at the house. But you said it's a small place, right? Well, I bet there's 2 at least. I don't believe they just left the stuff under some old man's floorboards. Even if there is an old man living there, I bet he's in on it. Hey, maybe old man is just a nickname. What do you think? I bet he's a right cutthroat, hunkered down there, ready to ambush us. Maybe he already...
Well, you and Corey, go check it out. Take 2 cars in case it's not just an old man living in the house. Whoever you find there, bring them in. And don't forget about the heroin. Rest of you will come with me to storm their headquarters. Sound good to you, Lily?
Doesn't seem like she has a lot of authority, does it? Alright. All events that require your attention are displayed on the Sharpwood map, and by card in the call list. Now this is pretty similar to the first game. I'm not sure if there's slight differences. I cannot remember. Let's have a look. Each call has a minimum professionalism requirement. To ensure your cops can go on a call, their overall professionalism must meet the minimum required by that call. Now this is different to the first game. We kind of went in blind on this, which led to quite a few police deaths, I think. But here it's up front and center, and you can see exactly what's required for the job. For Seti Tavern, the neckties are hiding a large batch of heroin in a house on the outskirts. Currently, that house is being rented by some old man. He's probably working with the ties and watching the goods. So we have Fletcher, Bellow. So we add them to our thing, we meet the requirements, and we can send them out. I think, in terms of presentation, I think it's also a step above the first game. It looks like a more of a living town than the first one. You got like the cars, you only had coloured lines in the first game. I mean, I really like this game. I think it's cool.
Couldn't find anyone better to watch the goods? Or they just didn't bother? Or are we missing something? What do you think, Corey? Think we're missing something? Huh? Is there some kind of special meaning to the fact that we've got drunk, dirty grandpa here, sitting in the shack watching the goods? Maybe we need to crack the code here, huh?
Well, any ideas where they hid the powder?
How about you look around while I... while I interrogate the suspect, huh? You. What's your name, old man?
Boy.
What did you say, old man? You need to answer nice and clear when a police officer speaks to you.
My name is... Nash. Warren Nash.
I'll tell you something, Warren Nash. 15 years on the force. I've seen all sorts of dirty shits. This town isn't exactly upscale, in case you haven't noticed. I've caught thieves, caught rapists, murderers, and drug traffickers. All part of the job, you know? I'm doing my job. Nice and easy, like a professional. But here you are. This filth, you don't make it easy to be easy. Filth like you drives me up the wall. With scum like you, I just can't keep up the cold-blooded professional attitude. I just can't. You know why, Warren? Because... Oh, I'm sorry, Warren. I'll be just a second, all right?
Shit, Charlie! What the hell? Do you want
Corey, just look for the fucking drugs while I'm busy with the fucking suspect, okay? So, Warren, filthy things like you drive me nuts. 'Cause you think that we'll never catch up with you. You think the police can't do anything? You think we just rescue cats from trees and help old ladies carry their bags up to the porch? You think, you believe, you really believe that we'll never get to you, so you don't even have to try. You taking good care of the goods here, Warren? You ready for us here, Warren? Just waiting in ambush, Warren? You did fucking nothing, Warren! Fucking nothing! Because you thought we'd never come. But here I am, Warren. Here I am! What are you gonna do now, Warren? What's the big plan, Warren?
Hey, I think I found something.
You hear that, Warren? He found something. Next time, hide it better.
Well, this looks like 27 keys of heroin to you?
I would say there's somewhere between 26 and 28 keys.
Well, that sounds like 27, right?
Yep, looks like 27. So what are we thinking here? You load it up in the car and I'll pack up the old man. And any of this other junk we might need.
I'd like, I really need to talk to the sheriff as soon as possible.
I'm Sheriff Reed. You can talk all you like, but if I were you, I'd wait for my lawyer, Mr. Nash.
I don't, you said you're the sheriff?
That's what I said.
No, I'm just, are you Sharpwood, Sheriff?
I'm the sheriff.
You could, do you have the authority to...
Look, I'm wearing a shiny star on my chest. I'm sitting here in the middle of the night, and even though I'm exhausted, I'm poring over murder files that no one else wants to bother with. So yeah, I'm the sheriff. I may not be used to all this, and I'm not sure I ever will be, but I don't have another sheriff for you, Mr. Nash. You might as well accept it.
Listen, Sheriff. Sheriff Reed, right? Great, Sheriff Reed. I need to talk to the sheriff, and you're the sheriff, so it's even better. I mean, older sheriffs sometimes... Well, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not talking about that. I just want to say that there's been a mistake. And I want to help you out here because there
was a huge batch of cocaine hiding in your house. You want me to believe you didn't know anything about it?
I rent that house. Only lived there a couple of weeks, and you know all that, right? It's easy to check, huh? Yeah, it's but that's not important. It's not that I'm trying. Listen, Sheriff Reed, you have to listen to me very carefully. I'm a policeman, just like you know?
Oh, so you must be undercover. Is that it, Mr. Nash?
No, it's much more complicated than that. My name isn't Warren Nash.
Yeah, I already knew that. Your fake documents are so bad they practically fell apart in my hands.
If you let me explain, would you like to see my real document, Sheriff? Look, that humidor, you see it?
What?
That little box, the little wooden box on the table, see? Looks like a jewelry box?
It's locked. We'll crack it open in the morning.
Wouldn't you rather open it now? Please, Sheriff Reed, let's open it now, and I'll try to explain everything. I'm in a very difficult situation, and I'm asking you to listen to me. Just open the box, and you'll find my passport in there, my real passport. My name's Jack Boyd. The documents that say I'm Warren Nash, I bought them for $90 at the rail station. Please, just open the box, and I'll explain everything, please.
You say you were a cop, huh?
Yes. I was a cop. I was the chief of police, just like you. Look, it's a very long and complicated story, but I assure you this is all just a huge misunderstanding. And the fact that I've gone into hiding here, the fact that I'm here at all, it's an injustice that I want to correct. and I'm asking you to help me. Sheriff Reed, let's talk. I'm begging you. Sheriff Reed, let me...
Do you even know what you've been accused of, Mr. Boyd?
Let's just say I don't know if you know what happened in Freeburg last winter, but it had nothing to do with the law or justice. I was used.
You do understand that I have to report you to the feds, right, Mr. Boyd?
Sheriff Reed, if you do this, you just continue this. I believe that cops should help each other, so I just want to say... You seem like the kind of person
We've known each other for 5 minutes, Mr. Boyd. I doubt very much that I've made any impression on you at all. Whatever you've got yourself mixed up in, I hope that you find justice. If that's really what you want. But for now, all I know is this. You're a criminal, and they're looking for you.
Your folder. Your folder. That's a case file. Can I see it?
Excuse me?
I worked as a detective for years. Even when I was chief, I did half of my detective's work. If you're having trouble with the case, I'm sure I can help. Cops should help each other. My exact words, right?
You think that I'm...
Listen, Sheriff Reed, what do you have to lose? You're the head of this police department. You've got to think rationally. I'm not trying to teach you how to do your work. I'm just... Well, just for a minute, forget about all that, this whole awkward situation, okay? Right? You have an unsolved murder, and there's someone standing right in front of you who's offering to help. Maybe I'm an imposter, and I can't actually do anything. Maybe I'll even turn out to be a lunatic, scatter the file around the cell and dance around like a wild monkey. But maybe, just maybe, I really am an experienced cop who can help you find your killer. Don't you want that? Don't you want to give me a chance since you've got nothing to lose? Don't you want a real criminal in prison, not some sorry victim of circumstance like me? That's police work. Catching the real criminals, right?
I guess I'm going crazy.
Okay, so we kind of saw this stuff in the first game as well, this kind of piecing together the timeline of a crime. To solve the crime, you later reconstruct the picture of what happened by placing the frames of the crime's key events in the right order. Alright, it's presented slightly differently, but it's the same kind of stuff. We need to look at the testimonies and put together the timeline. 2 people are suspected. We need to work out who's the right one. So... The secret of the forbidden flesh. The dismembered corpse of Bob Finnegan was found on a display shelf in the meat department. This is his wife. I was at the neighbours to borrow some salt, and I heard on their TV that there's some crazy maniac started killing in Ripton. The journalists nicknamed him the Wrestler because he wears a wrestling mask. I usually don't pay any attention to the news, but this time I remember because as I was leaving, I noticed a Latino man in the street with a big sports bag, and he was just taking off a mask. Okay, Wrestler, wrestling mask, Latino man, big sports bag, taking off a mask. I got home, and there's blood everywhere, and Bob is nowhere to be found. You think that maniac came all the way out here from Ripton? There's definitely... Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so neighbor. Now, Ruth, there's the widow, right? Yeah. That evening, Ruth came over to borrow some salt. It's funny, she works at the grocery store, but she's always missing something. She sat at my place for a while and then said she was going back to make dinner for Bob. I don't know how she put up with him. Typical man. He was always walking around in a stupid t-shirt, spent the whole day staring at the TV and yelling for Ruth to bring him another Frosty. I went to visit often enough, and it was always the same thing. Recently, Ruth decided to try being a vegetarian. She'd read in a magazine that it'll make you live an extra 10 years, plus you get to lose a few pounds. So she started cooking without meat, beginning with vegetable soup. Thought she'd surprise Bob. When he came home from work, he was yelling, "What the fuck is this without the meat?" I live next door and I could hear everything. They almost got in a fight. Yeah, he doesn't sound like a very nice guy. Sounding a bit like the wife probably snapped. Bathroom. The bathroom is covered in blood. It looks like this is where the victim's corpse was butchered. Store counter. The victim's body parts were neatly laid out on the counter as if on display for all to see. There's a crumpled garbage bag under the counter with traces of blood inside. The victim's throat was cut in one single confident motion. Death came almost instantaneously. There are no signs of struggle on the body. The corpse was dismembered after death. And there's she's the only one who talks about this. So I think it's got to be the wife, right? So sequence of events. Yeah, so she makes him the soup. He didn't like the soup. Oh, well, this is him just being an asshole at home. Treating her like a slave. What the fuck is this? And she kills him. I've got an extra frame. Garbage bag. Which one is probably unnecessary? Oh, I see. These ones are alternates. Yes, I think. So that looks like it to me. Ruth Finnegan, Bob Finnegan's wife. She killed her husband to escape her unhappy marriage. The last straw was his criticism of her soup. Ruth decided to kill her husband and make it look as though the maniac known as the wrestler did it. Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be.
Look.
Lily, are you there? Lily!
Lily here. Come in.
Can you grab the box of flashbang grenades and get over here? There's no time to lose. Lily!
Copy. I'm on my way.
So?
I'm not seeing anything.
Lily, it's time.
Yes, just let me look at the plan.
Lily, we've got everything covered.
Gail, I need to take a look at the plan.
So I think we plan out a tactical
Gail,
mission.
The plan?
Lily, do you want to look at the plan or do you want to change the plan?
I need to see the plan before I decide whether I need to change it. Gail?
I don't like Gale. He doesn't treat her with respect, does he? Things to do. Okay, right. So we've got to outfit and assign a strike team. Maybe we have to do all these things. I don't know. Usually it takes several days to plan an assault, but this time Gale had to sketch out the plan in a hurry. Let's have a look. Maybe you'll want to change something. Maybe. What's that, the garage? I mean... Okay, I guess I'll assign cops. At every position, there has to be a cop with the appropriate skills or equipment necessary for the assault. Okay. Abandoned car wash. Assign your cops for the assault. Carefully consider your intel and select cops that are ideal for each situation. Okay, so we've got... This is probably the main area, right? Outside area. Gale wants to put a quick cop around the side of the car wash so he can cut off any escaping neckties. Main entrance. Gale knows that no assault is complete without a well-trained gunman. Gale will lead the assault. He wants to capture as many neckties. Okay, so we'll have him there. These are different cops. Gale is confident that a clever cop could outwit the side door of the workshop and sneak inside. Yeah, I think having someone there would probably help. I guess he's just... All of these go in? And then we'll just add everyone, right? Then there's no reason not to do that. Okay, why? Is it because these guys have less stamina or something? Where? Is it because martinis at both? Is that it? Which one's A1? Oh no, I get it. Okay. A1, A2, A1, A1, A3. Okay. I mean, it looks like it's okay. What? Oh. Oh, I get it now. Okay. So there we go. I was doing the opposite of what I thought I was doing. I thought I was assigning them. So assault leader at the car wash. Gunman. I forget who you were. Were you Martini? It's the opposite of what I thought. I thought I was selecting them down here, but he already had them pre-selected. Why is Ferretti not coming in? What? Have I got two guys named Martini? That's confusing. Okay. Okay, I'm going to deselect them all. I just kind of... There's a lot to think of here. Okay, let's go back. So, what's a quick cop? Wait. So is that minimum requirement? So do I need to... Okay, so none of them seem to have the equipment. Hodges is really good. He doesn't have the speed. He's got speed and stealth. Speed and shooting. Speed and stealth. Well-trained gunman. So I want someone with good shooting. I mean, Martini, there's got good shooting. But then this guy's pretty good with everything. We'll put him there. And then the assault leader. there. Okay. A clever cop could outwit the side door and sneak inside. Intelligence, no. Intelligence, yes. No. So we'll have Martini there. Agile cop with a stun grenade to storm the workshop. So we need speed. So not you, but you. The stealthy cop can sneak into the workshop unnoticed, and we've got stealth there. Okay, so everyone is suitable for their roles now. I guess we'll proceed.
Yes, let's get him over here. Someone needs to go get Kanan. Does anyone know Kanan lives? Jesse, grab that blue bag over there. Bring it over here. I'll call him. Bring me that bag. I'll call Kanan. The bag, Jesse.
Jesus, Jesse, we don't have time for that. Bring me that bag.
No, come on.
Lily, put pressure here. Press there and don't let him make it. You think he'll make it?
We can only hope that that's Gale.
Something under his head.
He's dead, Lily. Lily, he's dead. Gale's dead.
Oh no. Not Gale.
Call Kanan.
What was his name? I mean the deceased officer. What's his name?
Gale Greenberg.
Were you close?
No, but
He was an asshole.
we went to school together.
Sheriff Reed,
Sheriff Reed. Ha! Sheriff Reed. If my dad could hear you say that, he'd die of laughter. He'd laugh like a madman, choke on his favorite meatballs even. Sheriff Reed. Call me Lily. My aunt lived in Freeburg. She sold flowers. Had her own store, a little shop. My mother and I used to visit during the summer. You have warm summers there. Warmer than here.
Anywhere's warmer than here.
So, what happened in Freeburg? Mr. Boyd?
That's a very... I'm sorry. Forgive me, Lily. I begged you for a chance to tell you everything, and now I don't know where to start.
You were slandered?
You could say that.
So you aren't guilty of anything?
I'm plenty guilty, but not what I've been accused of. I was just a fool. A blind fool.
You're right, Mr. Boyd.
I'm sorry?
The sheriff's job is to think rationally. I figured I might be a shit cop, but at least I can think rationally. Now I'm not so sure.
Lily, listen to me. You aren't guilty of anything. I've been a police chief going on 13 years, and I can't say that I never... Let's just say it's a difficult job. It gets complicated. And to put you in this position, it was, I just want to say
Don't
that...
be shy, Mr. Boyd. I don't make much of a sheriff. Is that what you wanted to say? Because I completely agree with you.
Lily, listen to me. I'm a policeman. Whatever position I'm in now, whatever this is, whatever my official status, I'm still a policeman. I'm a policeman and I know how to do this job. And I will help you. Cops should help each other. Isn't that what we were talking about earlier? Don't you agree with me?
Shoot him.
was it you said, Mr. Boyd? Maybe you're an imposter, maybe you're crazy, but maybe you, honestly, I don't even know if I...
Lily, why are you pointing that gun at me?
Because she's sensible.
Can I get out of this cage? Lily?
Yes, Mr. Boyd. Yes, you can get out of the cage.
You want me to... Well, I guess I'm asking. You want me to get to work?
Looking healthier anyway.
What is it you want me to do exactly?
You can get some sleep in the break room. It's over there to the left, the dark green door. I'll still be here in the morning, and in the morning we...
Get to work.
Well, we'll figure this out. Tomorrow you can gather up your things, Mr. Boyd.
Yes, I just... this letter, I'd like to send it as soon as possible. This, it's for my children. It's important.
I can mail it for you. I don't mind. I've got a letter to mail myself.
Lily, I wanted
What?
to...
You want to know if I'm going to call the feds? No, I won't call the feds. Do I realize that means I'm breaking the law? Yeah, I know. Do I understand that you could make a run for it at any time? Yeah, I know that too.
I'll see you in the morning.
Any other questions?
So how long you been working undercover?
Since February.
So you're like our new sheriff now, huh?
Mr. Nash will partly take over management of the department. Some of you will now be his subordinates. Bad news, Cliff. I'm still the sheriff. Well, if you understand everything and there's no more
I hate how
questions,
isolated
then
she is.
let's-
Wait, I have a question. When are we going to take that thing down?
I meant questions for Mr. Nash.
Then I have a question for Mr. Nash. Mr. Nash, when are we going to take that thing down?
When are we taking that thing down?
We're not taking it down.
Sorry, bud. Looks like it's staying up.
That's enough. Everybody back to work.
Symbolism.
It was Sheriff Wells who hung that tapestry here. He said he made me his first deputy because I was the only one who understood what it says.
Well, now there's two of us.
Very foreboding. Alright. Usual nonsense of the guys turning up drunk and whatever. I drink too much. I don't think I can hold it together today. I think we could probably do without you, Murajian. Back to Lily then. Are you sure you want to get rid of this cop permanently? After today's shift, he'll be Lily's problem. You won't be getting a free substitute. I guess no then. So I guess he just, yeah. Mr. Nash, I'm so glad to be on your team. Finally, we can get down and do some proper police work under the leadership of a real man. I'm ready to give it 100%. There's one thing. I need to go with the guys from my funk band to Ripton to a guitar specialist so he can set up our instruments right. We're getting ready to perform a concert at our cousin's and we can't cancel it, you understand? So I'll go quickly today and tomorrow I'll be back. First one through the door. Yeah, we ain't seeing thinking. Like ever, I don't think. Leaving the station on any task requires a cop's energy. When exhausted to the limit, a cop might not show up for work or fall asleep at the wheel and get into an accident. Ew. But Cops are people too, and some of them, for one reason or another, abuse alcohol. Most of them will have a drink or two of the situation. Calls for it. Some are some are such inveterate alcoholics who always show up drunk to their shift, and their performance at work is much worse than everyone else's, if they even manage to get to the job in the first place. The cop's characteristics determine how effective and useful they'll be in a given situation. Each cop can carry several items of equipment. The cop returns this equipment to the department when the shift ends. The only items that every cop always carries are a revolver and a knife. Okay, how do I get them out? Ooh. Kurosama! He basically got his tie on his head. Okay. Belmont's got one eye. These don't exactly look like the cream of the crop. I remember Rosencrantz. That name rings a bell. And Birch III. Where's the guy who's really useless? He might be on tomorrow's shift. Ginny's pretty good. Guildenstern is not so much. Oh, we've got Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. I thought they were dead. Alright. Choose a cop and select his equipment. Shockers, pepper spray, and stun grenades disappear after use. Tasers expend a cartridge for every shot, but you can always rely on your baton. Okay. What if I auto-assign? Okay. Then loads of people... So what is taser no one's using? I guess maybe I ran out of cartridges. So, Meridian, I'm going to avoid sending you out on stuff, to be quite honest. Like, maybe mustard? No. Okay, baton, taser cartridge. Why have you... Taser cartridge, baton. So we'll give Meridian a stun grenade. I've got another stun grenade I could give out. Who hasn't? Kind of, okay. I wish it didn't do that. Shocker, pepper spray, stun grenade. Okay. So we've got an empty taser at the moment. I guess we'll start that way. Yeah, I wish when you clicked on people it didn't, like, get rid of what they already had. Can you... Yeah, I don't know if you can just drag stuff over. Oh, well, okay. Ah, then the town does look more sophisticated as the game goes on.
516 in progress.
We got... Urgent calls are time sensitive. You need to send your cops out. Well, we know that. Yeah. This game gets more of a tutorial than the first one did. Okay, so... Okay, actually doesn't give us a... Oh, 300 looks like the target amount. A drunken worker parked his truck sideways, blocking in several cars. When the owners of the other cars asked him to move, the man climbed onto the roof of his truck and ordered the dogs beneath him to shut their yaps. Alright, we need to hit 300. I'm thinking, what do we send Belmont? And we need about 200 more. What about Mazika? Okay, yeah, they got some equipment. Okay. Let's do that. Yeah, so what I was saying about the town looks more realistic and it's not just coloured lines. That it does eventually get like that, but not right away as we can see. I know there was a lot of cutscenes in that early stuff. That's why I'm going to do a full shift here before ending the episode, as I think we've earned it. Okay. No matter how good your cops are, they can't do it without your orders. All the difficult decisions are on your shoulders. When you're deciding how to respond to a particular situation, you have to choose the cop that's most suitable for carrying out your orders. Yep. A drunken worker is standing on the roof of his truck, pissing on anyone who approaches. Drive into the truck with a patrol car. Shoot him with a taser. Yeah, I think taser, and I think I'm going to use Belmont. As he's got a taser, and his shooting is really good.
516 complete.
The cop stuns the drunken worker with a taser shot. The suspect was pulled off the truck's roof and loaded into a patrol car. Now, I didn't see how much they got boosted by there. I'll have to look at that in the edit. With every new 50 points of professionalism, a cop receives 1 skill point. You can spend it as you see fit. Okay. So Belmont has a point. Actually tells you here, strength. A strong cop is effective in close combat. He can detain a criminal or stun him with a baton. He knows how to break down doors and windows, climb over fences, and quickly evacuate wounded colleagues to a safe place. A smart cop can neutralize bombs and traps and silently open doors and windows. He also knows how to pay attention. He's not only useful on calls, but also at the detective's desk. He can figure out even the most complicated investigation. A quick cop can catch up to even the most agile criminal. He runs faster and further. It's harder to hit him, and he shoots faster than other cops. So that goes in well with his shooting. Stealth. A stealthy cop can easily sneak up behind an enemy and neutralize him. He can safely hide behind even light cover and knows how to shoot without making too much noise. A trained gunman not only fires bullets on target, but can also shoot through all but the heaviest barriers. His long combat experience allows him to anticipate the actions of criminals, and know in advance where the next shot should go. The negotiator can convince any criminal to lay down their arms and release their hostages. He can always buy extra time in an emergency, or quickly interrogate a detainee to find out where his accomplices might be hiding. So I think the approach I'm going to take is maybe to either bolster the stats they already have points in, or take other stuff that kind of makes sense in that description to blend with like their best skill. Like the speed and stealth both sound pretty good to go with the shooting. For me, he doesn't look very speedy, so I'm going to add a bit of stealth, I think, so he can shoot without making too much noise, sneak up and neutralize them. We know he can use a taser, for example. So I think I'll take that. Thanks to his incredible service, Belmont earned the Shadow perk, which means a policeman can spend an action and move right in front of the enemy without them even noticing. Ooh. Oh, okay, he's got another one. He's also earned Chameleon, hides better behind small cover. Okay, wow. Belmont's a rising star of the department. Oh, Mazika. Okay. Now, he has one in intelligence. I'm going to add one in intelligence. So he's earned a policeman disarms explosive devices and notices traps and warns his friends about them. Cool. There definitely are traps in the tactical missions. I've fallen foul of those before. Garma Funeral Home. A girl entered the vault, stole an urn filled with ashes, and is trying to escape. This is 195. So why do we send Spurlock? And we only need 50. I guess I can't really use either of those. Let's send Kurosawa. I'm sending too many. I probably could send Kurosawa on his own, but let's... In terms of skills, intelligence, negotiation, strength, and speed. They've got kind of the bases covered there, largely. Nash, we talked about it and decided we're not going anywhere. We'd rather just play cards. Okay, so... I mean, I can't send you. Maybe... Okay. Climsy, what about you? Okay, they're going to go. Kurosawa's a bit... he's on my radar now. Okay. A girl with an urn in one hand is climbing in... So, 100, I'm just going to note, 140, 275. A girl with an urn in one hand is climbing outside through a small storage window. Seeing a cop, she screams, "Don't touch me! I'm fulfilling the last will of my beloved. Her parents would rather die than let me destroy her ashes." Okay. Don't have negotiation, so I'm thinking not this one. Grab, we do have strength with Climsy. We have a little bit of speed, so I think Climsy, just grab her foot.
551 complete.
The cop drags the girl back to the vault and arrests her. The urn returns intact to its proper shelf. Okay, so Climsy got 30 points, probably because he was the one who did the action. Spurlock only got 10, it looks like, but they've both crossed over the threshold to put in more points. Spurlock, I think I'm going to make you speedy. Patience. A policeman can spend all his current actions in exchange for a bonus action next turn. Then Climsy. Well, he's already very strong. He's not particularly intelligent. I'm going to give him a point in shooting, I think. Lucky shot. If the policeman misses, he fires off another shot quickly with a slightly lower accuracy. Okay.
573 in progress.
What have we got? 460. Beltway. A man in police uniform is standing at the entrance to the city, slowing everyone down and demanding money. Okay. Well, I'd quite like to get people over the threshold, so I might send Birch and Aronovich here. And assuming they successfully deal with the call, they should level up to get a new perk, hopefully. Kurosawa. Doesn't even look at their current loadouts in terms of what they can do. A man in uniform is standing on the side of the road counting some money. Turn on the siren, order him to surrender. I think Birch the Third. Should we do that? Hi there, colleague. You're going to share your earnings? He's got intelligence and negotiation. I mean, we could order him to surrender. Maybe that's the better one. But this one's quite funny. The man in police uniform doesn't want to share and flees across the field. Okay, well, shooting is not really an option. Speed, not really an option. Should we just drive after him? Yeah, go on then.
573 complete.
Oh, he escaped. No! The patrol car rushes across the field after the man, but on the uneven terrain, the wheel gets stuck in the hole. In a hole. The criminal gets away and hides himself somewhere in the open fields. God damn it, you two. Anyway. End of the day. Beer can tabs, traditional currency in the sheriff's department. You get tabs for successfully completing missions and lose them for losing criminals and getting civilians killed. You can spend your tabs on new cops and extra equipment. Okay, this is kind of a new mechanic for this game. So we got plus 10. I'm going to lose some, letting a criminal escape. Dope. Look at Chell Mickey. McParrot. Yeah, so the better the cop, the more... Well, I say that, but like McParrot is way more expensive than Guzman, who's more skilled. Not that I could afford either. Chell Mickey. He's a blank slate. I think I'm going to add... Is that a shocker? I could get Chell Mickey as well. Oh no. In terms of my squad, are they there? They might be there every day rather than having the A and B shifts like in the previous game. I think you want to sort of avoid using the same cops too often on a shift, because they'll get tired and maybe not turn up. So let's leave that there. At the end of each day, you have to select the cops who will work tomorrow's shift. Okay, there we go. Well, Mustard, you didn't do anything today. Flower Pots, Rosencrantz, Shinny. I'm not going to work every day. If you didn't do anything today, fine. All right, I might take Klimsy, though. Birch, Aronovich, Kurosawa. I knew he'd complain. Muzica, Belmont, Jelmicky. We're going to leave Guildenstern. He's a bit too tired, but I'll take Meridian. So I could have up to 14. I've selected 10. That seems like it's probably fine. I mean, the ones who I haven't selected just didn't want to come in. So, yeah. That's okay. It's end of the day. Now we hit a checkpoint there, so I'm going to let it sit there. I'm assuming that we're probably around about the hour mark on this now, maybe slightly over. But yeah, this is The Police 2. This was the first episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, if you could hit that like button, that'd be awesome. There was a lot of exposition and cutscenes in this one. It is a very exposition and cutscene heavy game, like the first one was. However, it did also introduce us to a lot of pretty much all the concepts that are going to sort of carry us through the rest of the game. So there is that. It was basically a tutorial. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. What you think about this game compared to the first one, either just watching it or having played it if you have played it. Like I said, it seems like quite a Marmite game. People either seem to like it or dislike it, with very little middle ground. Personally, I like it. I think it builds on the foundations of the first game and adds new elements and fun stuff. But maybe people who like sort of the clean simplicity of the first game don't like this for adding extra complications and things to think about that they aren't that interested in. Like the tactical missions, I can see personally as like a tactical game player, like XCOM, etc. I love having that kind of thing is cool to me. I enjoy it, but I can see the people who wanted more of a dispatch only experience, to them it's probably something they're not that happy about, a bit annoying. But let me know your thoughts anyway. And as always, a thank you to our channel members as well for supporting Boring Dad Gaming. Continues to be hugely appreciated. And if anyone else is interested in checking those out and gaining earlier access to my videos either in this series or any of my other series on the channel, yeah, that'd be awesome. But thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.